Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
What the fuck?
Good Sunday, everyone. Jazz Broganza here. Another What's Next. Woo! Fire, folks. Fire. This thing is on fire. They couldn't throw more gasoline on it if they tried. I had two videos already slated regarding today's Sunday wrap-up, but this one literally caught me way by surprise. And, like Thor in Wakanda, it went boom. And initially I saw this on my feed and I had to just go into it to verify it. And but wow. Spoiler alert, folks. Spoiler alert. Now, as we all know, James Bond, the iconic character played by Sean Connery, Roger Craig, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and the latest Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig's No Time to Die, the 25th film in the Bond franchise. Craig's final stint, his fifth and final stint as Bond. Now, a little bit of history regarding No Time to Die. No Time to Die has had some issues over the last 2 to 3 years of making this film. One, Craig didn't initially want to do it. He wanted to retire after Spectre. But they pulled him out of retirement. It's called a big fat paycheck. But Craig wanted to make some changes, or he was nudged into making some changes. Female writer. Well, because we wanted to be inclusive. We wanted to be diverse. We wanted to, stifle the masculinity, the patriarchy that is Bond. Because in current year, you can't have Bond be the badass that he's always been. The lover of women, as he's always been. Because, no, that doesn't fly. So, supposedly Daniel Craig did all this on his own. I still have huge question marks regarding that. But, of course, Bond, 2 weeks ago, made comments that, didn't want to see a female 007. Bond is not a woman. Yes. 2 weeks before, he drops this little bomb and says, Bond is a dude. Even the director said Bond is a dude. Lashana Lynch, who plays Nomi, 00 something, said, don't want to be a female Bond. I want to be my own woman. Well, you're going to get your chance now, aren't you? Now, over the years, Bond's films haven't done that great. Now, Daniel Craig's remake of Casino Royale was amazing. His second stint, Quantum of Solace, was pretty good. It was pretty good. I loved it. Skyfall, I liked it as well. I have all three of those on Blu-ray. So, like I said, it's they're very satisfying. Then it kind of took a little bit of a dip. Actually, Skyfall was let me correct myself. Skyfall was meh. One was excellent. Second was good. Third was meh. And then Spectre was, to me, the writing was horrible in Spectre. So you wanted to hope that this last stint for Daniel Craig was going out, that he would go out with a bang. And literally, he's going out with a bang. Now, it is the end of an era, sadly. And I couldn't believe it. I had to read a number of stories in regarding this just to make sure I was getting everything from confirmation. And once I watched Clownfish Neon, that pretty much confirmed it for me. But the director slams Bond early on regarding how Bond acted, how Sean Connery's Bond acted. So let's take a look. This comes out of The Guardian. James Bond was basically a rapist early film, says No Time to Die director. Cary Fukunaga cites that the Thunderball that wouldn't fly today as new film aims to redress franchise's gender politics, because of diversity and inclusion. Director of No Time to Die, 25th James Bond film, has said that Sean Connery's version of the character was basically a rapist. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, Fukunaga appears to refer to the scenes in 1965 Thunderball in which Connery's Bond forcibly kisses a nurse played by Molly Peters, who has spurned his advances. In the later scene, Bond suggests he will keep quiet about information that could cost her job if she sleeps with him. I suppose my silence could have a price, he says. Peters' character backs away, saying, "You don't mean, oh no," before Bond replies, "Oh yes." Into the sauna you go, and off her clothes. Quote, "It is Thunderball or Goldfinger, where basically Sean Connery's character rapes a woman?" Fukunaga says. She's like, no. He's like, yes. That wouldn't fly today. No Time to Die ending explained. We break down what happened to James Bond at the end of Daniel Craig's final 007 film. Daniel Craig's James Bond literally goes out with a bang in No Time to Die in the 25th Bond movie and the fifth and final one starring Craig. And while the finality of Craig's Bond is not in question, some of the hows and whys of No Time to Die may have left some of those scratching their heads. After all, there were a lot of plot machinations for viewers to keep straight and pseudoscience being tossed around throughout the film. Much of the final act in No Time to Die is spent on Bond and his fellow 00 agent woman, and very diverse and so stunning and brave, Nomi, Lashana Legends character, infiltration of the headquarters of the villainous Lustifier Safin, located on an island in disputed waters between Russia and Japan. Safin's lair is a former missile silo and submarine docking base that boasts some old-school, larger-scale Ken Adams-style production design. Bond and Nomi have three objectives. 1. Rescue Bond's flame, Madeline Swan. 2. Their daughter. Yes, Bond has a daughter. Yeah, could have knocked me out with that one too. 3. Destroy Project Heracles and kill Safin. After a series of brutal firefights and encounters, Bond rescues Madeline and Mathilde, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Nomi executes turncoat scientist Valdo Orbashev, and Safin seemingly flees his lair as the British naval prepares to risk an international incident just to destroy the island and Heracles. But in order for the missile strike to be effective, the base's blast doors must be opened. That means someone has to get to the control room to open them. Gee, who would that be? This comes out of The Guardian as well. No Time to Die, the ending, the villain, and very big surprise discuss with spoilers. Daniel Craig is 00 done. His services to Her Majesty are complete. He's not coming back for anything other than a flashback. Where No Time to Die sits in the grand ranking of Bond films is now up to the fans to decide. Yeah, I can see where this one's going, right in the dumpster. But one thing is for certain. The non-Eon Sean Connery picture Never Say Never Again, and even the jokey 67 Casino Royale, Craig's swan song, will be forever remembered as something unique, maybe even franchise asterisks. Of course, you killed him. It colors outside the lines that we haven't seen before, and this may lead to some consternation. Here's what we couldn't stop talking about when the picture ended. Wait, Bond's dead? James Bond is dead. And no, not jokey. He was blasted to smithereens by missiles on Lustifier Safin's private island and faces his annihilation, with some sadness and also a proper stiff upper lip. He says goodbye to his one true love, and his obligations to Great Britain and the free world. It's undeniably moving, but I question, and perhaps you do too, whether this was right. No, it wasn't. What are we as a society losing if we can't rely on James Bond to get us out of a tough situation? Surely Daniel Craig, Cary Fukunaga and the 007 producers wanted to put some punctuation at the end of this for the more serious post 9/11 era Bond, but is fundamentally altering the DNA of their character the way to go. There's not some lines in the sand that you do not cross. Are there sands? Are there lines in the sands that you do not cross? This goes beyond, oh, he doesn't get the girl, or even, oh, the villain escapes his clutches. This is taking a character that has been presented thus far as almost a godlike, and therefore a little ridiculous, and making him mortal. It's a big change and runs the risk of backlash. Oh my. The backlash will come, and it will come hard and heavy. I can guarantee you that. I don't want to sound too much like Kathy Bates in Misery, but I suspect many will feel this as a slap in the face. Bond needs to escape because these movies are escapism. Correct. Let other movies have realism. Let Bond be Bond, and let's make sure the producers of the next Indiana Jones films don't get any ideas too fucking late. My thoughts. This went on a little bit longer than I wanted to be. I had to pretty much get the context out and to set this up. And but this is absolute bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit that you treated icon like James Bond and basically get rid of him. You get rid of him. Why? Because it's current year. That's why. You did it with Luke Skywalker to pump up Rey because Rey was a woman and she was the bestest ever. You did it with He-Man with Teela because of Pussy Kevin Smith. Shall I say, or you're going to do it with Indiana Jones and, of course, Fleabag's producer. Fleabag star, shall I say, who's starring in the film as well. Well, we all know where that's going to end. Did I forget John Connor? Yes, John Connor in the last iteration of Terminator Dark Woke. In the opening minutes, he had to die. Why? Because you had to have a little 5'1" woman of color step up because John Connor couldn't get the job done. And then, of course, we all know of Dr. Who. Yes, we're going to take all the iterations of Doctor Who franchise and destroy them in one single stroke by making him a woman because it's current year. And then it turns out the initial iteration of Doctor Who, the very first Doctor Who, was a black woman. This is the bullshit that we have to deal with. This is the bullshit. You're taking masculine characters and destroying them. You're either wiping them out, or you're putting them on the sidelines, or you're making them effing sidekicks. That's what you're doing. And I'm not surprised. When I watched the Clownfish episode, that angered the shit out of me. Because, yeah, the Bond films haven't been Bond films since Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. I understand that. But at the same time, damn it. This is James Bond. You don't do this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. But I'm not surprised. There should be no surprise for anyone who sees this. Anyone who has seen the last 3 to 5 years of iconic male characters get trashed. Because we have to have inclusion. We have to have diversity. We have to have identity politics. We have to have those boxes checked. And you know who loves this? Who slobbers all over themselves because of this? All the blue check marks. Yes, all the blue check marks. All those libs of TikTok. Those are the ones who love it. And this shit needs to stop. This shit needs to stop. But this is fucking ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a thing. And like I said just moments ago, Indy, you're next. Catch you guys later. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you as always. Let me know what you think. Any questions, suggestions, things that I've missed, and we'll catch you guys next time.